For this example, I'm going to solve by completing the square. 4x squared minus 8x minus 24 equals 0. When we complete the square, the first thing we always have to think about is that our coefficient is on the opposite side of the variables. So I'm going to add the 24 to both sides. And now something else is that this coefficient is not 1. And anytime you have something in front of the x squared that's not 1, you have to divide by it on everything. Because in order to do completing the square, our a value has to be 1. Now 8 divided by 4 is 2. And 24 divided by 4 is 6. And now we can continue and try to make our perfect square trinomial by taking our middle term, dividing it by 2, and squaring it. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1. And now we have to add that to both sides of the equation. And now we can factor our perfect square trinomial. We know that's going to be just x. And our middle sign has to be negative. And multiples of 1 that add to give us 2 are 1 and 1. So we get x minus 1 squared equals 6 plus 1 is 7. And now we can continue with the square root method. We can take the square root on both sides so that this square will cancel out with the square root. And all we have left on this side is x minus 1. But on this side, we need to remember our plus or minus because we took the square root. And 7 can't be simplified, so it's just the square root of 7. Now to isolate x, the only thing left to do is add 1 to both sides, so that we get x equals 1 plus or minus the square root of 7. And that's our final answer.